Ready?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Kathryn Crawford-Wheat, and I'm Cindy Denham with Women's Insight.
And this is Jimmy Smith.
Jimmy R.O. Smith.
R.O. Smith.
What does R.O. stand for?
Oh, my middle names.
All right.
Well, I'm from Texas, so, you know, we put everyone's name in.
All right. You got to get recognition.
It's like Jimmy Rowdy.
Jimmy Ray,
okay.
Osborne,
Got
Smith.
it.
Yeah.
No, I love it. I love my name, but it's definitely too long to tell everyone every time.
Right.
Right.
So we're here with Jimmy Smith, and currently he's on tour with Jennifer Lopez. But he's a Texas boy, and his sister is a really good friend of ours, which is kind of how we got the interview. We got lucky to have it. And we're just going to ask him a few questions. So, what's in your six-pack? No, I'm just kidding. She just gets ready.
Lord.
So go ahead, Kathryn. What's your first question?
Well, I mean, you mentioned you're a Texas boy. How did you get from Texas to L.A.? How did, you know?
Well,
What took you on that?
I know, that magical journey. Well, like you said, my sister has died. Smith, a good friend of everyone's, and a great friend of mine. And so we were very close in age and very close in relationship. And we always knew, I think, that we were going to be entertainers. Sorry, I just taught class and all this, so please bear with me. We always knew we were going to, I know, it's natural. We always knew we were going to, be entertainers, but we never
cut it
knew
down
exactly.
to a pack a day, Jimmy.
But we never knew. We never knew exactly what direction. We just knew we liked to perform. So she was always the one in dance and ballet training and the schools and all this or whatever. I wasn't interested in this angle of it, so I did like the sports, what normal Texas boys do. You do the sports and band and etc. So I danced and I was around it, but I didn't do it and I didn't even know you could do it as a profession until she was on the Houston Rockets.
Right.
She danced for the Houston Rockets or whatever. And they had guy dancers and B-boys or whatever. And I would come to the games and I'm like, oh, that's fresh, and then I would meet them and got cool with them. And then when I graduated from college, she was like, you should try for the Houston College just to see, why not, you're here. And I'm like, oh, okay. So it's like me and a couple of friends of mine, we tried out and we made it. And so from there, a lady by the name of Mary Lou, I think she does the Dynamo now, she would bring in old rocket dancers or whatever, and it's a guy by the name of Gilbert Saldivar or whatever. He's danced for everyone, but she would bring him in to do workshops and clinics, and that's when I first realized that you could do it as a profession, dance.
And have a lot of fun.
And have a lot of fun. And so Dot, of course, like she was into it, and she was going for it at that time. And so we planned to move to New York. Long story, but just making sure. It's probably cuts out some of these questions too. So we planned to move to New York, and then she decided to become an artist. So then that's when she moved to Florida, and so that left me deciding what would I do with my life. And so I decided to go into acting, which took me to LA.
So what movies were you in?
Excuse me?
What movies are you in?
Movies, Stomp the Yard, Dreamgirls, Burlesque, great movie. And it's another movie by the name of Bolden that never has come out, a jazz musician by the name of Buddy Bolden. It hasn't come out yet, so, but that was like in 2008, so I don't know when it's coming out.
So what you're saying is you owe your entire life to God. He owes his entire life to God.
Spelled G-O-D.
Yeah. So actually, that kind of leads us to another one of our questions. I mean, just from knowing Dot and kind of getting to know you through her, we've learned that y'all do a lot of things on, everything that you do is through faith. So is that, your driving force and everything? Is it?
Oh yeah, in our family, even if my mother didn't go to church, we had to go with the neighbor down the street or someone, and we were like, you didn't go today, like, why do we have to go? We're tired too.
You know your mother's going to be watching.
She's yelling at me. She'll be proud to say, I made sure they went. I know for a fact, that's what she'll say.
Good for her.
Yeah, she'll be yelling in the room, you go. So
don't worry about me.
Yeah, so we hated it then, but like, it's so appreciated right now.
Yeah.
Especially being an adult and just understanding the world. just through a different lens.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, and so you're on your second tour with Jennifer, yes?
Yeah, this is actually her. We did a tour, I think 2007. It was just a U.S. tour, and this is her first international tour. So it's a blessing to be a part of both of her. I'm the only dancer that's a part of both tours. So it's a huge...
You're getting kind of old for that, aren't you?
Oh, well, tell me how you really feel.
Well, I mean, usually they age out of it, you know. You got one if it
I like to think I'm seasoned.
I'm just kidding, all right.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Who else have you toured with?
I haven't really done as many tours purposely because I enjoy, like, when I got into the industry and became a dancer or whatever, I always knew that I wanted to do just a wide range. I wanted to dance for artists like Kanye West or 50 Cent or whatever, all the way to Jennifer Lopez.
You've
I
done
just
a
went
lot,
across
maybe not
all
tours,
various.
but on like TV shows and specials.
Oh yeah, definitely. As far as just dancing with, I've danced for Usher, Chris Brown, and of course J Lo, good little Fergie, Black Eyed Peas, Rihanna, Neo.
So you've done all of this, and you've lived in LA for a while now, right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna, what is the end game? I mean, what are you working towards? Are you gonna stay in LA? Are you gonna move back to Texas and
bring God?
I have no idea.
But I mean, what is the driving force of doing all this? I mean, what is your what are you looking to do in the future? I mean,
I am actually right now doing exactly what I want to do at this moment. I've choreographed for Jennifer Lopez. I've choreographed. We did the Super Bowl, the last Super Bowl, the halftime special, whatever. I was like co-choreographer in that.
so choreography is.
I've done choreography, and but I'm leaning more now to like production, producing my own projects.
So like,
and also acting.
however many years down the road, 10 years down the road, that's what you kind of see yourself doing now?
It's just literally covering the entire entertainment field because I realize now why growing up I wasn't certain what direction exactly I was supposed to go into. Like I like to dance, I like to act, and I'm like, yeah, but I don't know which one, and I have to. I realize that now because I can't do all of that
a lot of choices
for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood is still doing that at the age of what? You know, so it's like
I guess
I can do
not
what I
that
want.
old, right?
Not at all. I can do what I want to do, and that's what I enjoy. You know, I have my degree, and I'm going to put that to use and everything. So life is just about the next step. Every single one. My mother right now, she was a school teacher for like 39 years or whatever. And so she's retired now, and she's literally now making a new plan for her life.
Right.
So everybody in life has to make a new plan. I think like every 10 or whatever years, and it's no different from mine.
I was about 47, 48 when I decided what I was going to do when I grew up.
You know, so it's like, you know, when you're younger, say, oh, what do you want to do for the rest of your life? But you don't really realize you can't do anything for the rest of your life.
You don't have to pick just one.
Yeah, not at all. Well, you can't because you're going to have to rethink it.
Right. Okay, what other questions do we have? Because I know he's got to get on the next
Well,
class.
one of the reasons why we're actually getting to do this interview is because Jimmy's here in Katy, Texas, and he's teaching a couple of classes on a Sunday afternoon. And
I went to school, like, I call it down the road, but now it's like a whole new city, but it used to be down the road, down 290. Went to Prairie View.
Oh.
And so we had nothing in between. When it seems like a long time ago, but it wasn't that long ago. I graduated in 03. But we had nothing in between, and so we would always make trips to Katy Mall. So I would always come. And that's the only thing that brought us out here was Katy Grapevine. I forgot what the name of it was.
Right.
So last night you were in Vegas dancing,
performing on tour.
Yes.
Not just gambling in
Less
Vegas
than
for
24
fun.
hours later, he's in Katy, Texas, and you're teaching to junior high and high school girls. So it's I kind of feel like, I mean, you don't really necessarily, yes, I mean, it's kind of, how do you like teaching the girls here? You feel like you're kind of giving back a little bit, you know?
I love it because for one, once again, it's just God putting everything into perspective for me because my degree was in education. And so I was going to school, and after I graduated, I started like substitute teaching and gearing up to, take my teacher certification. And I'm in the classroom, and I'm like, this is not what I want to do. Kids ask me these questions, I'm like, I don't care. Like, oh, we're gonna let me figure it out. But this is it.
Yes.
Like it's still education, is still learning. Yeah, and that's what I'm understanding now, that degree did not go to waste.
Right. Well, it never does.
No, yeah, it never does. But at one point, I thought, I was like, good Lord, I wasted all that money, wasted all that time, but I did it. And giving back like this is, it's just a big part of our family, and it's just natural. And I love it. As long as they're having fun, I'm having fun.
That's cool. Well, it was really nice meeting you.
Oh, it's over.
And thank you so much for your time. Chloe's got another class to get to, like in about 1 minute.
Yeah, we'll let him have a 30-second break.
So we'll be talking to you. Bye.
Bye.